Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Global Happiness today with the exclusive interview Channels Television had with the president over overall issues, Mazen Kanu, the issue of the economy, security, and the issue of the growth of Nigeria, generality of Nigeria, unity of Nigeria in whole, all encompassing exclusive interview, I must say. And it has generated lots of reactions. Nigerians are wondering what is their fate, and that has not excluded the fact that Nigeria as a country has borrowed quite a number, and it has generated a lot of worry. As we speak, the Nigerian workers are getting very disturbed over a lot of things, and of course, the presidency also have also responded to some of the worries. Before we go into the news proper, like you subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Let's start with what the presidency, or rather, let's start with what the people, Nigerian people, have got to say. The Nigerian government has outlined its plans to sack federal civil servants to reduce the size of its workforce. But the Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed, disclosed this while taking questions at the public presentation and breakdown of highlights of the 2022 Appropriation Act on Wednesday in Abuja. According to the minister, there will be exit packages for workers, which will be disbursed immediately they are sacked. She addressed that the retrenchment of workers was a necessary step in stemming the huge amount spent on recurrent expenditure annually by the Nigerian government. She said, and I quote, there is a special committee led by the SGF that is working on the review of agencies with a view to collapsing them, partly using the Orasanye report. At the end of it, what we want to do is to reduce the size of government and also to reduce the size of personnel cost. And part of it will be designing the exit packages that are realistic. We are revenue challenged, so for everything we do, we can't put an exit package if you are not willing to cash it immediately. So when you're asking people to exit by choice, you must be able to give them that package as they are exiting. There are so many things that are happening. These are not easy decisions to make because they affect people and families. So you have to make sure that whatever we commit to, we are actually going to deliver on it. Meanwhile, Nigeria is broke and has been borrowing to fund its budget and relying on loans to pay salaries. For example, Minister of Labour and Employment, Chris Ngige, while doctors were on strike over poor allowance, had in September 2021 confirmed that the Nigerian government under President Muhammad Buhari borrowed funds from international sources to pay salaries of workers because of a shortfall in the country's revenue. Ngige had said the government took borrowed funds from foreign institutions like the World Bank to offset some recurrent expenditures. Also, Ahmed had in April 2021 admitted that Nigeria's economy was facing a difficult time, saying borrowing was inevitable. She had said, we have very low revenues, we have very high expenditures. What we have done so far is just to provide some stability to make sure salaries are paid, pensions are received every month, that we send funds to the judiciary and the legislature, that we meet our debt service obligations. That's what we are doing. It also means we have had to borrow more than we had planned before the COVID-19 started because we need to still continue to invest in infrastructure using our national budget. We borrow to invest in key projects such as roads, rail, airports, seaports, and several other investments that are required in health and in education and upgrading the social standards and quality of life of our people. And Nigeria is not unique as several countries of the world went into recession. Almost every other country has had to borrow more than it planned. It means we expanded our deficit very fast in 2020. 2021 is a year that we see as a year of recovery. So FAAC reduces, and whenever FAAC reduces, it is very difficult situation. And in the past 1 year, we have tried to fall back on some specific accounts that are meant to be saved. Savings that when you have such a situation, you fall back on the resources and augment. So we take funds based on Mr. President's approval, either from excess crude or stabilization account, or in some cases, President approved for us to take funds from LNG, that's liquefied natural gas dividends, In the month of March, we had a shortfall of FAAC that was about 50 billion naira. We didn't have enough accrued in any of those accounts, and other than some 8.5 billion naira that we took from the exchange rate differentials account. So we added that and we ended up with a FAC of 605 billion naira. Nigerian doodling finances had also come under intense pressure as the Muhammad Buhari-led government has been amassed with foreign borrowing. Of course, the government of the day have responded to this over the fact that Nigerian civil servants are getting jittery. It's bad enough that we have inflation in our hands, insecurity, economy is so bad now they're about to lose their job. This is what the presidency say. Well, Nigerian Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed, says there is no plan by the federal government to lay off government workers. Ahmed said this on NTA Good Morning Nigerian program on Thursday. The minister denied claims that the government was planning on sacking workers in order to save funds. She said the President Muhammad Buhari had said repeatedly that no worker will be sacked. The minister, however, said the government would encourage people to leave government jobs by giving them incentives. Ahmed said the government would reduce overheads by ensuring that government agencies are merged. She added that Mr. President doesn't want to disengage staff. That is what he has directed from the beginning of his administration. He also directed that we pay salaries. The federal government has never failed in paying salaries, and he said we must always pay pensions. So he has been consistent in those directives, and we have followed those directives to the latter. When asked how the government will cut personnel costs, Ahmed said, well, we do hope that at the end of the exercise, some agencies will be merged and it will cut down operational cost. And also, we will be able to come up with incentive packages to retrain people and redeploy them in some areas where they are useful. For example, we still have a very high need for teachers, so we can retrain people and send them to teach, but also incentive packages to exit. Again, that is also money. If you want people to exit, you have to pay them. That is an incentive package so that they can go. That is why it is taking a lot of time, because it is not easy to decide on this. Everything centers on resources. We need resources, and and if we had a lot of money, we would just give very beautiful incentive packages, and people would exit and go and start their businesses, and would reduce the size of personnel costs. Now, okay, but in all, I wouldn't say they will intend to sack workers, but what they're trying to say in effect is the civil servants should start getting ready for one or two other persons that they're trying to plan an incentive package that looks very nice, where they will give you a package. Would you like to voluntarily resign? When you voluntarily resign, there will be a nice package that can help you start up a business. But according to her, even those incentive packages require funds and money. And he also said that there may be merging of agencies, so all those duplication of agencies will be merged, and they likely would be operational decrease in operational costs. And of course, you can't have 15 people to do a job that only one person can. So whether you willingly will leave or not, it boils down to the fact that there will have to be personnel cost costing. That's what we'll wrap it up. Let's meet in a conversation.